Welcome back to Riding Bikes in San Diego. We are on El Cajon Boulevard. We actually just left the bike kitchen on this particular ride, and we're in that bus only, bikes okay lane on El Cajon Boulevard. And I mean, it only goes from Texas Street. Well, it goes from about Fairmount behind us to Texas Street in front of us. Um, and as you can see, it gets interrupted and shares with the turning lane pretty consistently. And if we're being honest, the buses only run about every 15 to 20 minutes. So chances are, if you're riding on this, you won't have to contend with a bus behind you. But here we got one, and the driver is able to get around just fine. I guess nobody needed that stop that we just passed, and that's okay with me. Um, I really think El Cajon is wide enough that we could do a lot more here. I think that we could do much better. My understanding is that the businesses on El Cajon Boulevard did not want a more robust bike lane, which is so weird because most of these businesses have dedicated parking lots. It's a strange thing to witness. And actually, I just noticed in that parking lot a bin, a donation, closed donation bin. So which is what I was out doing. One of my errands was to do that, and I went by a number of places where I thought they were, and they weren't there. So I'm just gonna dip in there real fast and drop a couple of hoodies in there that I don't want to wear anymore, some old stuff, and get back on the road. I feel okay riding here, but I would imagine that a lot of people don't. And when I say people, I don't mean the other folks who are daily riders who are enthusiastically on roads like this. I mean like parents with children. I mean people who are trying to get groceries and run errands and do things like that. This is not a very hospitable bike lane to ride in, and I wish the city would do better. I think the city can do better. You can also see the pavement differences, things like that. You know, I think that pavement is often redone at bus stops specifically because the weight of the bus stop stopping there so often breaks up the pavement, so they reinforce those, but it ends up creating lines and seams that bike tires can get caught in. So I'm going to get off of El Cajon Boulevard now and go on to 35th. And I will say, to the credit of the city and Sandag, it's nice to leave one bike lane and be able to get on another bike lane. So this is what we get when we have a network that is connected. Once again, don't love that this is all just door zone parking. There's room here. I think that they could put this bike lane on the inside. Another thing with this is that people put out their trash cans and then forget about them, and they just languish in there. Also, let's be honest, some people leave their trash cans outside because they want to protect parking spaces and deter other people from getting there. So I'm going to stop at this light here on Mead, which is another major bikeway in the neighborhood of Normal Heights here, and it stretches all the way into North Park and University Heights. And we're going to continue on this, although we're not going to go past this block. But when we get to the end of this block, we're a block away from an elementary school, and oddly, the bike lane just completely disappears there, and that makes it hard for kids who want to ride a bike and drive less. But we're just going to keep going, drive less, and ride a bike. Thanks so much for coming along.